4 powerful ways God reveals your soulmate. Have you ever caught yourself wondering, what if I've already crossed paths with the person God designed for me, and I didn't even realize it? We often imagined love arriving with thunder, fireworks, or some unmistakable sign from the heavens. But the truth is far simpler, far gentler, and far more divine. When God brings the person meant for your life, it doesn't always come wrapped in dramatic signs. Many times, it feels ordinary on the surface but deeply aligned with His purpose underneath. If you've been praying, waiting, hoping, or even doubting whether real love will ever find you, this message is for you. Because what you're waiting for may not be something far away in the distance. It may already be moving toward you, right now. The real question isn't, is God working? The real question is, will you recognize His hand when He reveals it? Today, I want to share with you 4 powerful ways God introduces you to your soulmate, often in ways you don't recognize until later. And when we're finished, I believe you'll walk away with clarity, peace, and a renewed confidence in this season of your life. Before God places someone into your life, He first prepares you to receive them. To God, love is so much more than chemistry. It is covenant. It is not just butterflies or late-night conversations. It is purpose, calling, and destiny. The soulmate isn't just someone who makes you smile. There's someone who helps you grow, pray deeper, dream bigger, and live in alignment with God's plan for your life. And this is why God doesn't simply hand you a relationship. He prepares your heart to carry it. Think of your heart as soil. A wise gardener doesn't scatter seeds on hard ground. He breaks the soil. He removes weeds. He clears away stones so the seed can actually produce fruit. That's exactly what God does in your heart. Before planting something sacred, He tills the soil of your soul. He removes the weeds of past pain, plucks out the roots of old heartbreak, and softens the hardened places caused by disappointment and betrayal. Because here's the truth. Love cannot grow in unprepared soil. No matter how beautiful the relationship is, an unhealed heart can choke it. And this is where so many people become frustrated. Preparation rarely feels like love. It often feels like delay. But delay is not denial. It is divine alignment. Gati saling I love you deeply, to give you something your heart is not ready to protect. Look at Adam in Genesis 2. Before God brought Eve, Adam already had identity, purpose, and fulfillment in God. He wasn't lonely. His soul was whole. Eve didn't complete him. She complemented him. That is the blueprint. If you skip the preparation, you drag old wounds into new seasons. You settle out of loneliness and mistake it for love. And what begins with promise can end in pain. But if you surrender the waiting season, if you allow God to heal you, He will prepare you for a relationship that isn't just exciting but eternal. Remember this. God is not punishing you by making you wait. He is preparing you for what you prayed for. When God introduces you to your soulmate, it rarely happens the way you imagined. God works through purpose, not personal plans, what the world calls coincidence. Heaven calls orchestration. Some of the people you've met or are about to meet are not random. They are divine appointments arranged not by your effort, but by God's guidance. Look at Ruth. In Ruth 2, it says, "As it turned out, she found herself working in a field that belonged to Boaz. As it turned out, what looked like chance was actually destiny." Ruth wasn't looking for Boaz. She was simply serving Naomi. She was walking in obedience, and obedience opened the door to a life-changing connection. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, not the standing still." Steps. God guides moving feet, people who keep growing, serving, and obeying, even when they can't see how everything will connect. Maybe it's an unexpected job, a new city, a ministry assignment, a place you didn't even want to go. It may feel ordinary, but heaven may be choreographing something extraordinary. Don't overlook where you are. Don't underestimate small moments, because sometimes your soulmate walks into your life while you're simply doing what God asked you to do. A God-sent relationship doesn't just spark emotion. It elevates your spirit. A true soulmate doesn't pull you away from God. They push you closer to Him. In Genesis 24, Abraham's servant prayed for guidance to find a wife for Isaac. Before he even finished praying, Rebekah appeared. She wasn't just beautiful. She was an answer. That's the lesson. The person God sends will align with your prayers, not pressure you to compromise. If you have to hide your faith, shrink your calling, bend your convictions, or tolerate sin just to keep them, that's not alignment. That's distraction. Look at Priscilla and Aquila in Acts 18. They weren't just spouses, they were spiritual partners. They built the church, they taught, they advanced God's kingdom together. Their relationship wasn't built only on compatibility, but on shared purpose and spiritual mission. That's God's intention. Not just romance, but kingdom purpose. Not just affection, but alignment. So ask yourself, does this relationship pull me closer to God or farther away? Because when God sends the right person, your faith won't weaken. It will deepen. When God ordains a relationship, He doesn't leave you guessing. He often confirms it through wise, godly voices who carry spiritual discernment. Proverbs 11:14 tells us, "In the abundance of counselors, there is safety." Look through Scripture. Rebekah's family blessed her union with Isaac. Boaz sought counsel from elders. Before marrying Ruth, the confirmation wasn't just private. It was affirmed through spiritual authority. That doesn't mean you need approval from everyone, but God often uses mature believers, mentors, pastors, spiritual parents to which what He is already whispering to your heart. The enemy can imitate feelings, but he cannot imitate consistent discernment from godly counsel. If wise believers sense peace about your relationship, that matters. If they feel caution, that matters even more. Their warning may be God's protection. A word for the waiting heart. Maybe you've been praying, hoping, waiting, wondering if love is even written in your story. Let me speak directly to your heart. God is not withholding love from you. He is refining it. You don't need to chase what heaven is arranging. You don't need to settle out of fear. You don't need to compromise your faith to feel chosen. The right person will meet you in your purpose, not your panic. You will not have to fight for their attention. You will not lose yourself to earn their love. And when it's from God, it won't just feel right. It will be right. Because what God orchestrates, He also sustains. So if you're waiting, keep trusting. If you're healing, if you're serving, keep moving. The author of love is still writing your story. And the chapter you've been praying for may be closer than you think. Stay patient, stay fightful, stay aligned with God's timing. Don't rush what God is perfecting. Don't compare your timeline to anyone else's. Every closed door, every delay, every unanswered prayer carries purpose. Love that comes from God will never ask you to abandon your faith or identity. It will complement you, not complete what is already whole in Him. Your soulmate will walk beside you in vision, calling, and destiny, not just comfort or convenience. So, declare this in your heart today. I will wait for God's timing. I will trust His plan. I will embrace the season He has me in. Because when God brings it together, it will be beautiful beyond measure.